Hello everyone, welcome back to KramfoTech. In today's lecture, I am going to talk about variables and data types. What are the variables? First we need to understand. Variables are nothing, is the memory locations where we are storing the values. Don't be confused, variables and identifier is quite similar. Basically the variables you can say that it's the example of identifiers. Identifiers are what? They are used to identify something, right? The variables is basically they are storing the values. So let's say we'll discuss something example about the variable here. If x is equal to 10, fine. So here we are assigning integer type value to x. X is what? Is the variable name. Again, now here as like the previous programming languages like Java and C, even in the C++, you are specifying the data types, you are giving the some integer, float, double, whatever you are writing before the variable's name. But in the Python, that does not require. Reason is that Python interpreters automatically identify the class of variables. Let's say x belong to here integer type. So we have one inbuilt function type x. Whenever you will run this function, you will get the type means x belong to the integer class. So each and everything in the Python is going to store in the object. So x is basically the integer type object. So we can consider is that x is the integer variable. Okay. Again, if I taken by equal to 10.5, here we storing the value, floating values to y. Again, if we'll check type y, so what will there? It will print their float class. Okay, here you will get the output integer class. So this is all about the variable. Now I'm going to talk about how many types of variables or data types you can declare. So data types is what? It tells you that how many types of data you can store in the Python. First, let's say, so data type. In data types, there is the different types of data types. First, I'll talk about number. Second, Boolean. Third, will string. Fourth, list. 5, tuple. 6, dictionary. And 7, set. So these are the widely used data types which is being used in the Python. One important things we should know that these data types basically store the different types of values. So don't be confused that which data types we should use, because we don't need to mention the data types in the Python. As for the value, the Python is automatically deciding. Now let's talk about the number. Number, basically we have the 3. Sometimes we used to say it numeric as well. So numeric and number data types both are the same. In number we have the 3 data types: integer, float, and complex number. If I'll talk about the Boolean we have either true or false. Set is one data types. I'll discuss about set even in the list, tuples, dictionary in the coming lectures classes. But string, string is the group of characters which is stores the string type values. Okay, so string is also one of the widely used data types. So we have these data types. Now we need to understand more about type conversion. So what happens? Let's say if you are storing any value x is equal to 10, right? Up 10 here it is what? String data value. So if you wanted to convert this 10 to the integer, we have the conversion functions for the you can say let's say y, and then we have the integer conversion function you will pass here. So what it will do, it will convert string to integer. Even for we have the conversion str function, then we have the float function, then we have the bool function for boolean values, then we have the list function if we are dealing with the list data. Okay, as I discussed, integer function for converting in the integer value. These are the few type conversion functions which are already available in the Python. So we should know about these things very well. So in this lectures, I discuss about the data types and variables and how these variables will be used. Okay, in the coming lectures classes, you will see how practically we are going to do about this data types.